Hey, we got Niels and Ray. I'll have to say you guys tied. I don't want to say who was first. I think it was a dead heat. But welcome, Niels. Welcome, Ray. How you guys doing? It's beautiful now. And bees popping in. I love saying bees popping in. It's kind of funny. Kuya Michael, how are you? Me bro, I'm great. Beautiful now. Yeah, yesterday was like brownout, scheduled brownout here in Dumaguete, and started at 6:20 a.m. no power and went until, I don't know, maybe like 5 something. Yeah, so it was an all-day brownout. And then this morning I woke up to some heavy rain, and then power went off for 10 to 15 minutes, power came back on, power went off, and then came back on. So hopefully, last week, as you guys remember, the internet wasn't so kind to me. But from what the locals tell me, if there's rolling power outages within the city, it can affect the tower, which affects the internet. And Ray says it was raining here earlier. I was going to walk, but staying dry went out. Well, yeah, it's not bad walking in the rain. Now, walking in the rain trying to do a live stream, no, I probably would pass doing that. Just getting the last of my melted ice before I have a dry mouth for a little bit. Bees Poppin' says, remember everyone to hit the likes. We show love. We show love above all else. We give love. Make sure thumbs up. Like I said, I'll wait for a little bit to see who and any show up today. But yeah, what do we got? Monday, March 2nd. It's like 85 degrees. Humidity seems a little low. Maybe I'd notice a little bit probably because of the rain we got this morning. But hard to please, guy. You're so boring. Hey, hard to please. If I'm so boring, then what are you here for? I must not be that boring. Well, someone took care of it. Bees Poppin' got rid of them. That was funny. Like Ray, like we always say, trolls need love too. It's so funny. But yeah, as you can see how beautiful here it is in the boulevard and Dumaguete, Philippines. And appreciate you guys being here. Again, if you're new to my channel, my name is Michael from United States of America, living here abroad in Dumaguete, Philippines, doing my daily walking live stream. Well, not daily, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I walk every day. Live streams are just random, or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sometimes I throw in a random live stream, but yes, it is beautiful. Milburn says, for every minute you are angry, you lose 60 seconds of happiness. That's a very good point, Milburn. Eric Hatcher says, hello, Eric. Terrence says, very nice there. I'm in North Carolina. Welcome from North Carolina. Like I said, I'm born and raised in Pennsylvania, but lived the majority of my life, or 2 years of my life in Florida. So I'm a warm weather guy, much prefer the warm weather. And thank you for being here, Terrence. Appreciate it. I don't know what the weather's like in North Carolina as of late. Hopefully you guys are starting to get teased with some warm weather. Spring is coming for you guys. Bessie Zamora says, you are very beautiful. Have a nice day. Thank you very much. Mike Hawk with the dumb comment. Mike, seriously, like, what is wrong with you? Ay. People need to focus more on happy stuff and get away from the television. Terrence says 68. That's good. Actually, my parents, they're living in Pennsylvania, and they mentioned to me the other day, they said it got up to like 60s, low 60s, something like that. So yeah, they're getting the tease with the spring fever. Connie's here, says, good to see you again. Fishers, Indiana, getting cold again. I don't like to hear that. Bessie says, for real, right, exactly. Richie Graham Harbowich, that's a very long name, but says, hello, brother, welcome. And Bessie says, hello, bro. So anyway, I'm gonna start walking. You guys can talk about whatever you want. Do a backflip. I can't do a backflip, sorry to disappoint you. I don't even know if I ever even attempted a backflip in my life. On a trampoline I did, so I stand corrected. On a trampoline I did do backflips and front flips on a trampoline. Much easier to do it that way. Yeah, Bessie, it's not really like the beach is not right here. This is like, you have the port over there, Sikihor Island. I don't know if you see it beyond there. 30, 40 minutes. Cebu is the land right there, and the whole sea is right in front of you. Wish I had the sun, says Chris Breeze. Yeah, you definitely get it here. That's why I live here. I'm a warm weather person, first and foremost. And before I even, started researching potential places I could live in the future, before I got here, I was searching for warm weather places year round. For the most part, I'd say it probably stays between 80 and 90 during the day here. Unless you're in a mountainous area, the temperature can go up a little bit. Bezzy says, thank you. Bezzy says, bye. Nice seeing you, Bessie. But anyway, back to the internet thing. All last week I had issues with the internet. Normally where I don't get kicked off, I was getting kicked off. So hopefully it'll be better this week. Hopefully the brownouts, power things, and all that stuff are behind us. We'll see. But if anybody wants to let me know or alert me or update me when they see it lagging or disconnecting, just let me know. And I'll bounce the opposite way, but we'll see what happens. Grid says, where are you at? I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. But thank you for being here, Grid 09. Audrey Reyna says hi. Art Parks is here. Have to work soon, Michael, so have to catch a few hours. Have a great walk. Thank you, Art Parks. We'll see what happens. I'm just gonna go in my normal stomping grounds through the city. Say hello to people, embrace the amazing people of Dumaguete, Philippines, and enjoy my life. Nothing like a peaceful walk in the sunshine. 85 degrees today. A little bit humidity, but I think that's from the rain this morning. But yes, Terrence, we had signal problems last week. I did. Aubrey Cat Lover says, how are you? I'm doing good, Aubrey. Jay Bo 72 says, how does cell service cost per month there? Actually, it's really cheap. I get an eSIM card. I did have T-Mobile when I moved here from the States. It don't work very well here. It was okay, but if you ever wanted to watch YouTube or certainly do a live stream or anything like that, it wasn't very good. So then I just said, all right, I'm canceling my T-Mobile membership. I kept my number active, but I don't use it. Then I went, your options here are like Smart, Globe. I think there's another one. So per day, you're looking at, 25 to 28 pesos per day. I get 15 days, 5G unlimited data per day. I do 15 days at a time. Cost me I think it's like 300 and something, no more than 400 pesos. So even if you double that, 30 days in a month, you're looking at maybe like 800. I usually just go by 300 pesos is kind of like between $5 and $6 because it fluctuates so much. So let's just go on the high end. Let's just say I'm paying, I don't know, 12, not much per month, $12 to $15 per month. Yeah, see, the prepay thing, I could change it. I'm learning. I could get something with Smart where it just basically pays automatically monthly. It's still cheaper here. Now, again, is the quality of the internet, like me walking around right now, as good as it was in the States? No. But it's it's really better than what I anticipated. It's better than what I thought. $5 US. All right, there you go. Thank you, Jay Bo 72. Yeah, I always try to keep in my mind 300 pesos, Philippine pesos. I made the mistake one time of putting in Mexican pesos, and Philippine pesos and Mexican pesos are definitely different value. So yeah, Philippine pesos, $305, give or take, up or down. But yeah, happy Monday. It's a beautiful day. Let's see how beautiful the internet works out for me. That's always, well, that'll be the challenge today. But let me know if it gets laggy or you see anything unusual that forces me to alter my direction plans. Jeff Virgil says, hello, Mike, nice day. Yeah, it's beautiful, and thank you for being here, Jeff. The weather's good. Hopefully the internet will be good. I know you were here the last time, well, the last few live streams. Yeah, it wasn't working out so well. Prabha is here with all the hearts. Thank you, Prabha. Husafel says, is there a lot of crime there at night? You know what? A lot of people ask this question, and I understand. Everybody wants to know what's crime like or potentially like living, in the Philippines. I don't have any issues. That's not to say somebody else hasn't been involved with some sort of crime at one point in their life, but not me. I'm pretty much basically the way I was when I walk around the USA. I'm just aware of my surroundings, pay attention, and Terrence, thank you for the video update. You said your video is clear and beautiful. Good. I appreciate that because that helps me. And again, if anybody leaves me a comment and I don't see it or don't read it or miss it, it's all accidentally. I try to leave the chat run to the bottom. That way, you guys can alert me if the signal's getting wonky on me. Hopefully it gets back to normal. This happened before and does on occasion, but so we even have you got your pharmacies and stuff where you need personal items. Mayung hapon or muto. Yeah, I don't need no fish. You'd think he was selling me dried fish. What is the plumbing situation like? Are there actual toilets? Yeah, there's actual toilets here. Yeah, there's actual toilets. I guess the water pressure for certain locations in the toilets could be subjective, but less dependent on where you live, obviously. If you're out in the province, there are not actually flushing toilets. But for the most part, all these places have toilets. I always recommend, though, you don't always see, sometimes in the mall and places like that, have readily available toilet paper. So if you plan on doing something, number one, you might want to be prepared because a lot of public bathrooms do not have bathroom tissue, toilet paper, whatever you want to call it. I don't know why they don't. Maybe people take it. I don't know. I've never been in a situation where I had to go number two in a public bathroom. I'm close enough to my apartment that if I feel something coming on, I can make it to my apartment and yeah, take care of it there. Terrence Mann says, looks like a little like Myrtle Beach vendors. Yeah, I love Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is one of my favorite places that I grew up as a kid, and we would take summer vacations there as a family. So I'm a big fan of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The water is always amazing, like the perfect temperature, especially in the summer, where if you go to northern beaches, it seemed like anywhere north of like Myrtle Beach, like Nags Head, I guess the water in North Carolina wasn't too bad, but yeah, like Ocean City, Maryland, Ocean City, New Jersey, those beaches, that's like ice water. You're lucky if it gets a little warm by the end of August, September. I never liked that. Ruthie says, where are you? I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines, Ruthie. My name's Michael, from the United States, living here abroad. And enjoying life, being happy, exploring, embracing the culture. And yes, it is, the cost of living is significantly cheaper here when it comes to home rentals and apartments and stuff like that. Definitely cheaper. That is a definite nice perk benefit of touring, living here, vacationing here, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely nice. Two Beers says, only the nicer hotel, otherwise you got to learn to take a dump without a seat. Most Filipinos are good at. Yeah, I'm sure practice makes perfect in that regard. I've never, well, other than camping in the States, you know, having a tent in the middle of the woods and doing an outdoor, yeah, number two. That was probably the last time. It's been a while since I did anything outdoors. Number two, that is. Kissing the Dream is here. It says, "Hey, Michael, baby, how you doing?" I'm doing great. Thank you for being here. Kissing the Dream. It's lagging. I don't know. Am I lagging? Marja Wanell says, "Is this Indonesia?" A lot of people, I guess it looks similar to Indonesia, but no, I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. I can't even read that. I'll just say my Caroline Vicaro says it's lagging. That's why the last few times I clicked off, because you got a lot of lag. No, you're not liking, or maybe you meant no, you're not lagging. I hope not. I blame you if you kicked off because it was lagging. It was a pain in the butt the last few days. I try to stay sometimes out from underneath the buildings. Maybe that was, but video and sound is good, says Art Park. All right. Maybe, like, sometimes I think people's can lag from where they're at as well. It could be their connection. It's not always mine, but I do know last week was my fault. David says, "What's your monthly cost of living with food?" Very inexpensive. I never did an actual total. I eat at home a lot, cook at home a lot, but I did the same thing when I lived back in the United States too. I mean, it's obviously less expensive. I prefer to cook at home. Well, now my Filipino girlfriend does it, but I prefer to cook at home, and I think it's just better food. Yes, it's nice to go out and get wine and dine, eating in a restaurant, but I really don't care. Give me Philippine food. I get my hamburger here, I get chicken here, we get beef here, we get fish here, eat a lot of vegetables, of course rice is life, you know. I eat mashed potatoes, buy the potatoes at the public market, boil up the potatoes, add some real butter, natural butter, and sea salt and pepper and whatever, and I'm good to go. Where am I headed, says Marjorie. Now, just anywhere and everywhere. I walk all through the city. This is where at least I know my internet works. I don't know if my buddies are in here in the bank working or not. Here he is. I can say hi to my friend. Mayung Mudto. How you doing today? Beautiful weather. Where is he on break? A lunch break. I'll be back around. Tell him I said hello. Thank you very much. Amping. You still didn't answer the question. What is your monthly expenses? I'm gonna get to that, David. I'll bet you, if I were to guess. Now this is just a guess, because my apartment rent is $400 USD per month. I'm thinking electric, water, food. I may spend maybe $400 on food, if that, per month. I'm probably at like, I don't even know if I'm at $1,000, give or take here and there. I mean, I go out for random coffee and stuff like that. I would literally have to write it down, but I'm not. I'll tell you one thing's for sure. I'm not over 1,000. I try to save money and be smart. Just because I'm a American and I have USD here, and things are less expensive. I learned from the beginning when I was like, wow, this is so much cheaper than the United States. And then I was just buying. And then my Filipino girlfriend taught me, she's like, Michael, you need to think like a Filipino. She said, don't just because it's less here, you don't, adapt the Philippine mindset where you're trying to be smart with your money. And she taught me that. So that really worked out. I'm sorry if that's an answer. This is my friend Augie. Hello, Augie. Muito. You busy today or is it slow? Not too much. Yeah. All right. Hey, Amping. I'll see you later. Thank you. Yes. Mayung Muito. Terrence says my house payment is 614, electric, water bill 80, water 75. Yeah, my water is like between 400 and 500 pesos per month. So again, 300 pesos is like between $5 and $6. 400 to 500 pesos is very inexpensive for water. Only use it to get a shower, wash dishes or whatever like that. I buy, hey, Mayung Moto.
You're a blogger?
Yes.
What's your page?
Castaway Drift at YouTube. Castaway Drift. Yeah, I can wait for you and help me. It's on YouTube.
I don't have any signal right now because it is smart.
Ah, you want to say hello?
Hello.
Thank you. Here, I'll let you do the honors of holding this for me. And I'll put you what it is. Castaway and Drift. And it's on YouTube. That's
okay.
it. Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you. Good
Nice
job.
to meet you. Ampin. See you. That's why I love people here. They're so nice, amazing. It's good Michael remembers people's names because I never would. Kissing the Dream, it can be challenging at times just because you meet so many people. And the rule of thumb for me, the only way you're gonna remember people's name is when you see them, just don't say hello. Actually say their name. That works. I used to get in a bad habit of always just saying hello to people, and then I'm like, I can never remember their name. I'm like, that's because I'm not saying their name. So it's like a rule of thumb to say someone's name for me, and then I remember. It's a blessing, all the people that I've met here in Dumaguete, especially when everybody remembers my name. It's very humbling, and I'm thankful for that. Grit says that electricity is like 20 cables bunched together, makes me nervous. I mean, I understand why it makes you nervous. I remember the first time I saw the wiring, but a lot of the wiring is excess cable for future whatever they're gonna do. I know some of it looks a little uneasy. I can remember cables above ground when I was a kid, and obviously, you know, we eventually put everything underground everywhere. But I'm sure, like I said, I'm not an electrician. I haven't had any issues with it. I guess it makes me feel like maybe I'm in the 80s. I don't know what year they actually started putting all the cables underground, but Dr. Red Taco, yo, Castaway Wander, looks like a good day. Yes, it's beautiful right now, and so far so good, knock on wood. I haven't lost the internet. That was the big problem last week. Michael, Kissing a Dream says, Michael, how expensive is to register for vehicles and auto insurance? Is the state or is it through the company? That I can't answer, Kissing the Dream. I completely apologize. I do this, you know me, my source of transportation is this. No motorbike, no car. That's the convenience of living here for me in Dumaguete. I already enjoy walking anyway, so it's not like it's forcing me to do something I don't like, being out here walking. That I can't answer. If Master Fortune was in here, and maybe he is, he might be able to share that with you. BJ12 says, how is the quality of water? Well, as far as the water in my apartment, I don't drink it. I buy drinking water from a facility that has drinking water. You can get Evian. You know, they have all the good waters here like they have in the US for the most part. Still, a lot of them are in plastic bottles. I prefer glass. I don't like anything in plastic, but I don't know, what are you gonna do? But yeah, you can get good water here. I don't drink water from, you know, just an everyday tap. I'm not willing to do that. I think I accidentally, since I've been here one time or another, I think I probably, even if it was a little bit, it could have been ice from some drink or something like that. I had ice and maybe it made me sick, and then I was like, yeah, doing number 2 on the toilet from that. But I never intentionally try to drink the water. A lot of people, even the locals, say, Michael, don't drink the local water. Gomez says, greetings from Los Angeles. Hello, Gomez. Babble said, that's a good, smart idea. I always tried giving people a nickname, but then all I do is remember their nickname than their actual names. That's true too. I do have friends that have nicknames, but those people, I do know their actual name too. But it's hard. But again, even though it's hard to remember people's names, it's humbling that I've met so many people that I've had to, remember their names. And sometimes I just simply say, I'm sorry, can you tell me your name again? And they're very pleasant and happy. They're just happy that I even remember them or acknowledge them or say hello to them. So, yeah, I get what you mean. Let me go back here. Where are you, says Joman. Joman, I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. And real quick, if you're new to the channel, my name's Michael. Living here in Dumaguete, Philippines from United States. Born and raised in Altoona, Pennsylvania for the majority of my life. Lived in Mechanicsburg, PA, Central PA. Lived in Florida for 2 years. But my current address reflects Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. I'm 55 years of age. Will be 56 in April, so my birthday's coming. Not that I really think about it. Blessed to have good health. Blessed to have the opportunity to be here. And I'm just happy. Love my daily walks. I love sunshine. I don't mind the heat. I'd rather sweat my butt off than freeze my butt off, as I always say. And yeah, I'm walking around Dumaguete in the city. Now I'm like at the public market. Trying to go back. Terrence says daylight saving times next Sunday. That's good. So then that means, because my parents in Pennsylvania, I'm currently 13 hours ahead of them. So then it'll go back to 12. So it's like basically virtually a half a day I'm ahead of them. So you have water. Where are you, Duma? Love my Nico says not in Louisiana. They still above ground. All right. Yeah, and I know there's some locations that still have the cables are still above ground. Not everybody. Yeah, I don't remember as a kid what they looked like, if they were knotted up or, but a lot of the wire you see is just excess. They leave excess for whatever purpose, in case they got to change something instead of, I guess, hauling the wires back and forth, which would make sense. A gentle pause said, that's in Dumaguete for sure. J. Rowe says, my guys, hello, getting them steps in. I said, yes, J. Rowe. You know me. I'm always walking, obviously talking. Stop for my coconut water breaks on occasion. Get the, what do they say, buca juice. Got to get that randomly. I'm just glad the sun's been out more consistently. Seemed like rain season lasted a little longer than it typically does, because things seem all good now. Other than we did have rain this morning. Terrence says, you look just like my brother-in-law, Danny. Well, that's good. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I appreciate that. I guess we all kind of have a doppelganger. We look like somebody. I gotta say hello to my friends here too. Mayong Muto. It's a beautiful day. Very beautiful day. Kumasta. Well, that means how are you? And then I'd say mabuti. But that's what, Ilonggo or Tagalog? Tagalog. Yeah. Yeah, Mayong, yeah. Ah, so you speak Tagalog also. Oh, that's good. Well, you have a good day. I'll see you later. Nice seeing you too. Nice seeing you too. Take care. Amping. Thank you. Don't forget us to tell about your wedding on March 7th. She's getting married on March 7th. She told us about her wedding, so we're excited. Joe Min says, are you coming back to the U.S.? Well, actually, I'm planning a preliminary trip right now, possibly. I want to visit my mother and father. Again, I've said this previously, my father's 86, my mother's 85. My mother's birthday is May 29th. So I've been giving it some thought. I was always telling people, they're like, Michael, are you going back to the U.S. anytime soon? I'll be like, the only way I'd go back is if there was like a family emergency or something like that. But the more I think about it, I'm like, do I really want to wait until there's something like a medical emergency with my mother and father? than go back under those circumstances, or do I want to go back when they're doing fairly well? So yeah, now I'm kind of like, you know what? I'd probably rather see my mother and father in a better state of mind, better health, than waiting for the worst case scenario. So I'm either planning to go back before May 29th, surprise my mom, not tell her. Or if I don't go back for her birthday, I'll go back in like June or July. And if I do go back to the States, I'm gonna stay at least a month, because that's too far, too expensive. I'm not gonna go that far away from home, you know. Looks like, hey, Bell 3 sent me the Laughing Disco. Thank you, Bell 3, I appreciate that. Lewis says, good ideas. Terrence says, people like you a lot, all right. You know what, you're just nice to people. That's why I love it here. I can't preach it enough. That's why I always say to people, I'm here in the Philippines because of the people. More so than anything. After I came here, I didn't know what to expect. And then when I came here, I'm embraced by the community and the culture. I love it here. People are so nice, so well. I can't emphasize it enough. I could say it over and over and over until I'm blue in the face. People are just so nice, especially here in Dumaguete. I can't speak for all the Philippines. I haven't been there, but I assume everybody, the majority of people are good-hearted, you know, loving people. But here especially, I never experienced anything like this in the States. I have more friends here now, locals, than I think I've made in the last 50-something years living in the United States. I truly mean that. We got Kiwi Afi says, greetings from New Zealand. I'm gonna try and go back. Hey, Derek's here, says aloha from Hawaii. Jeff Johnson's here. Looks like a beautiful warm day. Thank you for making it, Jeff. I know it can sometimes interfere with your time schedule, but I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you coming, stopping by, even if it's just simply say hello. Hope you're well. Mayong muto. And then 1 o'clock, Mayun Hapon. Thank you. They're testing me, making sure I know. Trying to read some of these. Agnes and Phil Adventure says hello. Thank you, Agnes and Philippine Adventure. Kiss in the Dream says Bell, thank you. Deb Hal says, what's the rain season? What is it like? Rain season is basically, from what I've been learned, is basically June, late June until December. Trickles maybe a little bit into January. This year, because I was here last year at this time, it seemed like, if I'm comparing to last year, it almost rained a little more after rain season was technically supposed to be over. But it's like, you know, typically in the summer, it's like Florida. You get an occasional stray thunderstorm that pops up out of nowhere, and then it goes away. And that was what happened this morning. But I'll tell you one thing, it's like hit or miss, just like winter season back in the States. Sometimes you have bad winters, sometimes you have mild winters. Sometimes here you have a lot of rain, sometimes you don't have much. Seems like where Dumaguete is situated, it seems like it never really gets like these typhoon warnings and rain. It seems like it always kind of misses Dumaguete, or maybe it's broken up by the islands in front of it, you know, and it weakens it. But it seems like Dumaguete is always clear. Other people that live here that know more about weather here in the Philippines than I do kind of say the same thing. Agnes and Phil Adventure, Neil says, I subbed to your channel. Terrence says, it's midnight here. I go to sleep now. Have fun, Michael. Terrence, always appreciate your time. Thank you for being here. God bless you. Sleep well. Hope to see you again. And yeah, have a good night. Grid says, what is Medicare care and quality? I can only give you one example of a medical care experience that I had here. I don't know if this will be good enough to give you an idea, but I think it will. I was playing pickleball not that long ago, and I basically was going to retrieve a ball playing pickleball, and I went to stop it with my foot, which was probably a mistake. I was running after it, and then I actually, like, I don't know if this makes sense, like landed with my right foot on the rolling ball, and it was almost like I was slipping on a piece of ice. and I twisted myself all up. Well, previously, over 20 years ago, I had hernia surgery, lower abdominal hernia, so on both sides, left and right. Right side was always, I never noticed any lingering pain after the one on the left side was done, the surgery. But I did on the right side. It kind of always, if you do, like pickleball, you're pretty, you're really moving around, like it's active. It's like tennis, obviously. But anyway, long story short, I had some pain like 2 to 3 days later. It was bothering me. So I just went and checked it out after. I waited like over a week to see if it would subside on its own. I was living in Bacolod, went to Riverside Hospital there. I had a friend take me, help me out. But basically, it's kind of nice because in the US, when you go to a primary care physician, then they diagnose you, and then you have to go to whoever the specialist is. Mayung Muto. Then you have to go like to the specialist after that. Well, when you go here to Riverside, you basically go to like a receptionist table area. At least this was my experience in Bacolod. You tell them what your problem is, who you want to see. So I wanted to see a specialist, in that area. So they give you like a list. They write down 4 to 5 people on the list. Mayung Muto, Amping. So they write on a list 4 to 5 of these doctors that specialize in what you want to be checked for. And then you go to like different floors in this hospital, and there's like basically like a board that's hanging out, on the door with people filling in time slots. So I just write my name on all 4 from every floor and kind of check back and see who I'm waiting before, and then you get in. And then you basically pay, you explain to the doctor what it is. And they charged me for the consultation, like for him to observe me and listen to what diagnose me. It was like 750 pesos. I know it was under 1,000 for that consultation. And then he recommended some anti-inflammatory pills. And then I went, and I'm not a big person on meds. I don't like to take any of that stuff. But I did take some just to help with the inflammation of the injury. And then that was, I'm trying to remember, 500 pesos, 600. It wasn't very expensive at all. So inexpensive that I didn't even really think about it. I was surprised how cheap. So I guess moral of the story is, at least in my one loan experience, you skip the whole primary care physician, and then he recommends you to a specialist. You skip that. You go right to the specialist. And quite honestly, I was in and out. It was very smooth, very quick. The pharmaceutical place was right within, it was like not exactly in the hospital, but you went through like a little walkway, and then it was right beside it. So I was in within an hour and a half. I didn't even really have that long of a waiting time. It went smoother than I thought. You skip that little in between, like going to the primary care physician. Dr. V Street, Clarence says it's 8,723 miles from upstate South Carolina, USA to the Philippines. He's already got the miles in. That's awesome. Kissing the Dream says Dumaguete. Yeah, I'm in Dumaguete. CJN was asking, thinking Cebu. Wes says it's not busy. No one's on it. Kissing the Dream, simply yes. Is footpath occupied by street vendors out there? There's street vendors, not exactly where I'm at right now. I kind of go everywhere. Like, you see how it gets a little quieter down here. That's a new apartment condo building that's being built. I have no idea when other than someone recently said should be done soon. I don't know how much it's gonna be, but probably nothing like you'd pay in the States for something like that. It'd be nice to be able to get in there at some point if they do. When it does open, units become available. I wouldn't even mind showing people just so they could see it and give them an idea. Kind of going back. Michael Hunter says, how you doing, Michael? I'm good. From one Michael to another. Thank you for being here. Wes says, why is he walking on the road next to the footpath? The reason I walk on the road is because there's usually not enough room on the sidewalk. People kind of create their own way of travel. It kind of like sometimes you even see tricycles on the sidewalk. That's just the way it is. Usually there's a lot of vehicles that are parked all along the sidewalk, as you can see. So you kind of make the most of it. Like, it's just normal here for people to almost like be walking in the street in a way. And yeah, you get used to it. It was different when I first came here. I'm like, wow, how am I going to get anywhere? I don't have anywhere to walk. But then you're like, oh, I just walk in the street. My own moto, or actually up on. J Pole says, I've subbed. How much of the country have you traveled? Not enough, J Pole. J Pole 3808. Not enough. I still have so much to see. But the thing for me is I'm in no hurry. I'm kind of just liking just living somewhere right now. Take little trips when they present themselves. Now that the weather's starting to be a little less rain consistently, you can kind of plan. Rain season, that's the one negative with rain season. I mean, you can still get away with visiting places and have some sunny days, maybe mixed in with more rain, but that's why a lot of people come to visit the Philippines now, you know, up until before rain season starts, because they want to, you know, they don't want to deal with rain when they come all that way. So I'm kind of like the same way. But again, rain season seems like it lasted a little longer than normal. Now everything seems to be seasonably normal. Like I said, it's like 85 right now. I don't know what the percentage of the humidity is. Again, it never bothers me anyway. But see, like I said, this is why you gotta walk in the street. Like, where would I walk? I don't have much of an option. So like, I'm right here. You know, and like I said, when you see motorbikes, everybody coming through, like, they make room for you. They're very pedestrian friendly here in my experiences here in Dumaguete. Now, other people might say, oh no, they try to run me over or something like that. I've never experienced that at all. People get close, but you just pay attention. Like, to see, they all veer off. They see me walking. Like, they know where, like I said, again, you got motorbikes, you even got them on the sidewalk. They're kind of everywhere. I'm in to get me a bike. Yeah, at some point I will. I just don't have a reason. Two reasons why I don't have a motorbike. Number one, from the beginning, I never really truly felt comfortable getting a motorbike. Just because I have my US mindset. Now, I could ride one, but I think I'd be a little nervous. And then I was like, okay, do I really need to get, I'm gonna cross the street and go towards the water. I was like, do I really need to get a motorbike right now? I walk everywhere, not because I force myself to do it. I love to walk. So that's why I do it. And I get to see so much and I meet so many people. Yes, there's times when I'm thinking, a motorbike would come in handy, you know, to be able to do things. But for the most part, I don't need one. If I really need to travel from one end of the city to another and I don't feel like walking, I can just get a tricycle and pay 20 pesos, which is basically nothing. But yeah, at some point, maybe. If I lived in a province, more like country-like area, less traffic and stuff, that would be probably the best place for me to go and learn. But that time will come. I definitely, in my mind right now, I have no desire to ever own a car. Not here. I'd rather have a motorbike that can, you know, easier to get around. Like this, like, see this guy, he can just miss all this. That's what I'd rather have. If you got a wide car, you can't, like, I don't know if you call it cheating, but he doesn't have to really wait other than when you have someone backing up. Which I always brag about this place, this Belcris. This is like the best place to come for, well, like they said, food and beverage essentials, because it's a lot of imported stuff that you can get in the States. Now they have Robinson grocery stores, but this place is the best. You'll find, not everything's from the US, but you find a lot of international stuff right here. It's like the best place to go, Belcris. Hey, Mayong Hapon. But it's, I forget what I was even, oh yeah, about the motorbike. I mean, and for me, like I said, unless I have a real distinct paint job, I'd probably never find my darn bike. Bobbit says, where is this place at? Dumaguete, Philippines, Bobbit, and welcome. DJ Ike says hi. H11982 says hi. Johnny, or John Per Shaman says, I know. Jeff Winters, hey, do you need a international driver's license to drive there. The only thing I know in regards to a driver's license, again, I don't drive here. Someone told me when you first get here, if you have your, like from the United States, you have your, obviously your driver's license, that can suffice or be good enough for a temporary license until you get your Philippine license. And I don't know if they said it was like 60 or 90 days it's good for. Again, if I'd be doing it, I'd be able to answer that a little better, but I don't. But that's what I heard someone says. But the fact that I've already been here for well over a year, I don't think that would be an option for me anyway. But see, like there's the port. You see the 2 ocean jet boats. Those are the ones that are the fast boats, take you everywhere. You can see Sikihor Island over there. Awesome place to go. Learn about it. Beautiful waterfalls, beaches. But you can be from here to Sikihor in 30 to 40 minutes. Cebu Island's behind there. You can't see it right now. And then this is the Bohol Sea. You go past Sikihor, it'll take you to the Bohol, I heard, in 2 hours. I haven't made that trip yet. But yeah, like I said, this is what I love about here in Dumaguete. One of many things. People are first and foremost, but I like being by the ocean. I like being by the ocean. I mean, why would I be in an island that I couldn't see the ocean? I mean, I know some people don't mind that and they just prefer being somewhere that's a little cooler up in the mountains. And this is the famous Dumaguete sign. And that's okay too. But this is the boulevard. It's like a boardwalk, except it's bricks. Gets much more active later in the evening when the sun goes down. You'll see tons of people, hundreds, out walking, karaoke. The vendors are down at the end. But yeah, somebody fishing. A lot of people ask me about fishing. Yeah, you can fish here. Roberto Aiello says, safe to walk the streets there or America day or night? I honestly, I don't notice any difference. I always feel completely safe here. People always ask me that. Like what, I mean, I've walked around through, I wouldn't say maybe the worst areas, but a couple times I've walked literally from down here at 1 o'clock in the morning, 1.5 miles to my apartment from here. I don't have any issues. Yeah, there are people awake, you see people, but I've always felt safe and respected here. That's not to say that nothing couldn't happen. I mean, of course, no place is completely safe, you know, from anything. It doesn't matter where you're at, but I feel pretty good here. Forget those motorbikes. I'd ride my skateboard around that place. Yeah, that would be fun too. Or you could get one of those, I forget what the technical name is, those motorized skateboards. But I'm more in the physical, like I said. Even if I got a motorbike right now, how often would I use it? So to me, it's probably better off just to rent a motorbike when I need it versus getting a motorbike and then just letting it sit, because I'm gonna choose to walk and exercise majority of the time over joyriding on a motorbike. Or just like, you know, I walk 10 miles a day. So for me, I have that in my daily planning anyway. So, I mean, I guess I could ride somewhere, park it, and then walk 10 miles and drive back home. But we got Ron Greer says, hey, good to see you. Possum, English 1982. Is it happening near Sikihor? I don't know what's happening. Skateboard is very physical. Yeah, I like something that you gotta, you know, pedal on a bike, riding a skateboard. It takes physical exertion, you know, like you gotta do the work. I'm all about health and fitness and using it or losing it when it comes to your body. Trying to read some of these. Dr. Red Taco Michael on Dumaguete Boulevard walkway, parallel to Rizal Boulevard. Ricky Woolman, hey Ricky, I see you. Can't afford bullets. Is there a city jail, says Jeff Johnson? You know what? I assume there is. I can't honestly even tell you where it is. That's probably a good thing. I don't know where the jail is. I don't plan on spending any time there anyway, but trying to see. LJB Sullivan says, another beautiful day. Did you get your coconut milk water? Buku juice. No, not yet. Not yet. I'm just happy that the internet's working out. Like, I haven't seen any comments you guys saying it's lagged at all through the city, so that makes me feel much better. Fortune is here. Hello, Fortune. Sorry I missed you. Roberto, of course, safer here. No crazy guy with guns that will shoot you randomly. Must be answering. And then when you re-enter, oh, he's talking about immigration and your tourist visa, which is what I'm on. Possum says, what's on that island? You mean this one, Sikihor? I mean, it's just, there's no city in Sikihor. It's all like province, it's all beaches, it's all waterfalls, it's all nature. It's, yeah, it's beautiful over there. I'm just, like I said, I'm fired up because the darn internet's working. Now I know I can go get coconut water soon. Do they have golf courses there? Bobbit, yes, they do. I can't tell you where they are, but I do know there are golf courses here because that was a question that was asked before, and someone mentioned in the stream that there were golf courses. So yeah, and Fortune, maybe you already answered that, but bro, try to travel to Dipolog City. Ride a boat from Duma to Dipolog for 3 hours. Dipolog has the longest boulevard, nice place for foreigners, very peaceful. I appreciate that, Wilfred. I like suggestions. Like I said, I have a list. Sometimes I don't even know what I should do first. Again, I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination, so I can't just go somewhere every day, whenever I want, however I want. But I'm sorry if I'm saying Dipolog City or whatever. If that's some place that you recommend, I'd definitely take your recommendation. I need to make a list. I seriously need to make a list, and it would probably make more sense. 3 hours by boat from here is not bad. I know Bohol's 2 hours, so that's not bad. Obviously, Sikihor is really simple, and there's so much to see. So yeah, it can kind of get a little overwhelming because you know there's so many places that you can go to and check out, and you don't want to leave any stone unturned kind of mentality. But that's why I just take my time. But I appreciate it. I'll keep that in mind, definitely. Derek says they have golf courses in Baguio, Camp John Hay, and Subic. I'm gonna go back up this way. It says, Lewis says, man, you look familiar. Did you ever live in Philadelphia? I remember you, Lewis, because I think you live in Philadelphia. My father's grew up a part of his life in Philadelphia. I've been to Philadelphia, born and raised in Altoona. I know it's a small world. You never know where people are in life, and you run into people, and the next thing you know, they're like, man, I'm from the same place here. I know I've seen you. It's crazy sometimes when you meet people. It's a small world. But Lewis, yeah, I think I remember when you said you were here from Philly. Your thoughts on expats there and safety? Midas Knight, I'm fine. I don't have any issues with, if you're asking me, expats there and safety. My safety's fine. But for me personally, Midas Knight, I'm more interested in getting to know the locals. I have more friends here by a substantial number than, locals than I do foreigners. Not that I don't meet foreigners, not that I don't like foreigners or appreciate them or want to have friendships. I'm just more interested when I'm here in another country as a visitor. I'm so much more interested in learning and meeting the locals. They're so nice, amazing people, as is all people are, but it's just a different culture. It's just a little bit of a different mindset, and it's kind of refreshing to talk to somebody about different things other than the stuff that we talk about in regards to the USA or anywhere, topic sports or something. It's very interesting to meet and talk to locals here. That's why I, truly love it here. It's the people. Lewis said, yes, sir. It's all about enjoying the people. You sleep good at night with you enjoy people in the day. Yeah, exactly. I always look forward. I sleep great because I walk a lot. So that helps with your sleep at night. I do drink my coffee, no more than 2 a day. My coconut buku juice water. I sleep great. And then when I wake up, I'm so thankful to wake up every day. My health is great. I'm sure the exercise and eating a good diet doesn't hurt. And, you know, I'm just motivated for life. Every day I wake up, thankful and blessed that I get to see another day. And it also makes it extra special because I get to share it through YouTube. YouTube has opened up a lot of doors for me, created a lot of wonderful friendships. I consider a lot of you friends that are new, been here in my, following my channel. And then there's new people. So that's even a blessing. That's exciting. I'm gonna cut through this park. I guess I'm gonna head towards the coconut water stand. But yeah, I know a lot of you guys say thank you to me. It's not about me. It's about you guys, girls, men, women, everybody. You are what makes the difference for me. It makes me even more excited to share my experiences here because you never know who you might motivate. Someone might decide to take a leap of faith and just go buy that plane ticket just like I did and try something different. Some people have said, oh, Michael, did you come to the Philippines to run away or get away from the USA? No, that was never even my thought process. I just wanted to come here because I wanted to experience something new and different. Never been this far away from home. So that's why I did it. And I'm glad I did. I mean, I'm reaping the benefits of living here, but I'm also happy. I'm a warm weather guy through and through. I love the sunshine. I love the heat. I love shorts, t-shirts. But as always, it's about the people. That's what I love here the most. Yes, thank you, Dr. Red. You're filling people where I'm at. The real Stell, or Steel, but the real Stell says, looks like a nice day. It's beautiful. 84, 85 degrees. Not really a clouds, a couple random ones, but no, it's super nice. Like I said, I'll head to get coconut water. I'm just excited that the darn internet's being kind to me, but knock on wood, I don't jinx myself. And like I said, anybody who's in this live stream, people that have been here before, people, subscribers, people that are new, I appreciate you being here. I'm humbled, thankful, and blessed. If you are new to the channel, my name's Michael. I'm born and raised in Pennsylvania, United States, living here abroad. Lived in Florida for about 2 years of my life, which I do prefer. I'm a warm weather guy, but I'm living here now and I'm so happy and I'm thankful and blessed. That's really all I can say. And if you're not subscribed and you're interested in following my simple journey, whether it inspires you to come here, or there are people that financially or health-wise could never make a trip. So hopefully I can share something through my eyes that just kind of brings a little happiness to your life. Because I understand not everybody can do this due to various reasons. But yeah, there's St. Catherine of Alexander Church. I always go by there. Supplemento says, nice to see you, Michael. God bless you. Thank you for being here, Supplemento. And there's the tower, which the sign's ripping down. One time I tried to show people the sign. Thank you, Dr. Red, as always. Jim Vega says, hi. Hello, Jim. Mark Keller says, I would love to go over there. Well, dude, make it a dream, make it your dream. Like I said, I always try to show people this picture, but it's fallen down. Yeah, it's just like Watchtower, Belfry of, I guess, Santa Catalina del Alejandria. But yeah, they've been redoing it for a while. Certainly looks better than what it was. It's getting there. Tony's here. Hello, Tony. I remember you. Says, hi, Michael. Tony from the Santa Fe, New Mexico. 10:15 in the evening. Are you going to move to the house you were talking about? It's still up in the air. I gotta wait and see if, when it's finished. I gotta check the water pressure. See, I learn things while I'm here, to do your due diligence. I mean, although it looks cute and cool and everything, and it was exciting, then I started writing down on a piece of paper, all right, these are the things I need to check. I mean, I need to check the water pressure. I need to check, although I'm still renting, I want to make sure the roof is okay. And if we have a heavy rainstorm, I don't got to worry about a leaky roof. Everybody's asking about gas while I'm going here. It says diesel is 55.15 pesos per liter, and the unlimited is 55.70. Just so people know on the gas. Chris Scott says, Michael, you're the best. I don't think so. I appreciate the compliment. I'm humbled by you guys. Again, I never thought in a million years I could just, I don't know, share me and there'd be people that are willing to not listen to, but I don't know, just listen to someone's perspective of living abroad. And again, not everybody's going to feel like this coming to the Philippines. Everybody's different. But yeah, I'm going to go for the coconut water now. I'm on my way to get the buku juice. Two on roll. Hello, my friend. Says hello, Mike and everyone. And then we got my alien friend, John Vasquez, says hello. How are you? Lewis says, is Christianity popular there? Yeah. There's a lot. I mean, there's Catholic, Christian, various faiths here. Various faiths here. Anybody wants to know, when I first came to Dumaguete, Philippines, this is the first hotel I stayed in. My first 2 weeks in July of 2024. It's called Kayung Inn. Kayungsn. Stayed there for my first 2 weeks. Talk about going down memory lane. Mark says, I'm 73, could not stay. I'm sorry to hear that, Mark, but I appreciate you even being here. Like I said, you have your reasons for being able to come or not being able to come. And I just like sharing my life. And maybe, like I said, there's people that are interested. A lot of people watch or just, quiet and just listen and enjoy it. And I'm glad that people do that. Means a lot to me. It's humbling. It's really humbling. Michael, you're glad you are so happy. Yeah, crypto, I'm happy. I never thought the simple thing. I mean, you always hear that saying, it's cliche. Oh, the simple things mean the most. And you never know if that's really true. It is. I'm humbled here. I'm less materialistic than I've ever been. I'd say the most expensive things I have are my phone, my shoes, my walking sneakers, Brooks, probably because, 10 miles a day, they don't last forever. So I obviously have to get new shoes at one point or another. Here's Melting Pot. That's a restaurant I go to frequently. It's popular here. There's 2 of them here. Sushi, chicken teriyaki, chicken katsu burger. It's popular. It's not very expensive. By Philippine standards, it's not very expensive. There's another hotel there called The Pension. I've never stayed in it, but it's very small. I've seen people mention it before. Mark says, love watching you. You know what? That's the best thing I could get. A comment like that, Mark, means a lot. Again, it's humbling. I don't know how to say it. Very humbling. And then you got the Rusi. Lots of motorbikes being fixed and whatnot going on in there. People always say, I bet you a good job here in the Philippines would be a mechanic working on certainly motorbikes, for sure. And again, you see why I said there's not many sidewalks to walk on. You just walk on the street, side of the street. I don't walk down the middle of the road, but it's very common to get around. Mayung hapon. Dutch Farang says you're a chill dude. That's all I know now. Stress is like the furthest thing from my mind since I've been here in the Philippines. You never feel like you could ever totally remove stress from your life, or you don't even know what it's like until it's gone. Here I don't feel nearly any of the stress that I did when I was back in the States for various reasons. It's just a much stressful life. Here is chill. So I guess that's why I become chill. You become a product of your environment, which is true when I think about it. It's just like I'm chill because you can be chill. Like if you get in a tricycle and you're going from here to one other end of Dumaguete City, you get there when you get there. Like If I was in traffic in the US, I'd be upset. I'd be, you know, stressed, irritated. Here, I'm like, okay, I get there when I get there. And that's kind of how you become chill. And then when you meet the people, they're also very chill and laid back. So yeah, I guess I'm becoming a product of my environment, and I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it at all. Some people, they don't like, they need to be, Palawan's beautiful. I hope to go there someday. But some people, foreigners, would not, they prefer to live in Palawan. They just like that better than Dumaguete, which I get it. Palawan's beautiful. It's also more expensive as well. Life goes too fast to speak here in the US. It does. You're exactly right, Lewis. Dario says Singapore and Malaysia were built by British and we put cables underground. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if, you know, I've asked locals here, do you ever think they'll put the cables underground? And I've heard two reasons, probably not. Number one, they said it would be very expensive. Number two, something with the water underground and like drainage and whatnot. They just made that sound like those were the reasons. There might be other reasons that I don't know of, but Clarence says 1:27 p.m. Monday afternoon in the beautiful Philippines. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm almost at my buku juice stand. I always make sure I have 35 pesos in coins in my pocket, so I have the exact change. But yeah, now it's buku juice time. Mayong hapon. You know. Oop, there you go. I always like showing when I chop it. I wouldn't be that good with a machete, but they are. And it's a big one too. Oop. It's splashing. That's a full one. Yeah, it's the juice time. So I apologize. I'll be silent for a little bit as I drink this. Enjoy the scenery. Yes, crypto. I also love calamansi. Simply calamansi juice mixed with water and honey. That's great. Or you take calamansi, mix it with the coconut and honey, and that's really good too. Yeah, it's awesome. People always say, is it cold? Is it warm? It's just like room temperature. It's not as warm as you'd think. Obviously, they're keeping the coconuts in the shade anyway, so they're not like exposed out in the hot sun. But yeah, I'm just drinking this, chugging it kinda. Jeff Johnson, I'm not sure on the police station, probably somewhere. I'm sure they're gonna put people in there for doing the wrong things. Yeah, there's nothing like coconut water. It is good for you. It's very healthy. I mean, I wouldn't trade this for regular water. This is better than regular water. Almost done. Like I said, I apologize for making a pit stop.
But it helped me.
I'm walking in the hottest time of the day, which I'm not complaining. I wouldn't have any other way. All right. Salamat.
Okay, thank you.
amping. See you guys. Thank you. Oh, I feel like $1,000 now. Much, much better. Now I'm feeling a little confident, like I can go down different streets. And everything in the video, I guess, video has been good. No issues that you guys have noticed. Nobody said anything about lagging or anything. That Cream Donuts place is a popular place. A lot of people go there. Usually there's a much longer line. I tried one. I don't eat donuts on a regular basis, but I did try one. It was actually really good. But yeah, see, like I said, anywhere that there would be a sidewalk. So half the time I don't even bother. Even if there's like a little room for me to walk on the sidewalk, I'm like, what's the point? I'm gonna be back. Like now, I can go over here, but then I'm gonna be back out in the street anyway. But yeah, it's active as all can be. But this is what I like. I like it when it's active and like kind of, I guess some people would say chaotic. I don't think it's too bad though. Mayong hapon. And like I said, I always like seeing these fruit markets, but there's the chilies. I'm a little apprehensive sometimes because when you go to tarps, believe it or not, it can block out. But I'm gonna go under here real quick just so you guys can see. Bunch of nice vegetables. Half Century Outdoors, how are you, my friend? Says it's been great, good. I'm feeling blessed today with the internet working. But that's just another thing I love to see that's beautiful, just seeing fruit and vegetables. Mayong hapon. Thank you, Half Century. I'm glad it's a good signal. Like I said, this happened to me, well, what I went through last week with the wonky signal, that happened to me last week. Or what happened to me last week happened to me several months ago. And it was kind of like a similar situation. It happened for several days or several live streams, and I couldn't understand it. But when there's any type of rolling, like power outages / blackout, power outages, brownout kind of things, it tends to happen. And it affects the towers. That's what the locals said. If they have any type of, hey, mayong hapon. Yeah, they can affect it. So now it seems like everything's good. Dude on a roll, yeah, you can get Starlink. I think the consensus has said if I'm gonna get it, it's better to purchase it in the US and then bring it here or ship it here or something like that versus buying it here. It's something I'm considering. Especially if you want to go out to those places kind of in the middle of nowhere, to be able to live stream to share that would definitely, come in handy. We'll see what the potential of my channel does. Like I said, I don't want to go all crazy, instant in a time, not like it would be a lot, but I still consider my channel very in the infancy stages, and whatever comes of my channel is all a blessing anyway. It's kind of in the hands of God. I can't control that, but we'll see what happens. But Starlink has definitely been, something I thought about. But it is, like I said, I love when I see traffic. I love seeing this. Like I said, I'm not stressed when I see it. Mayong hapon. And but I love walking around. This is what I like. I mean, not that it wouldn't be fun to be out riding on a motorbike, but I see more when I'm walking. You get to see all these stores, like even this place. Cool shirts, basketball-like jerseys they make. Dude on a roll said, yeah, you should get one. Well, and if the situation presents itself, dude on a roll, I'm all in favor of it. But I just have to see how the channel goes, what becomes of it. Right now, it's still too early. I'm just happy to be doing this just to share my inspirations and motivate other people. But yeah, I've eaten in a Saul. That's very popular. People like that. I just love, I don't know how to explain it. Maybe traffic in the US I wouldn't be so much of a fan of. Traffic here, I just get inspired by it. Like I said, the people are so different. Mayong hapon. And I just love saying hi. Mayong hapon. It's so much, I don't know. Heck, if I'd say hello to someone in the United States, they'd probably look at me like there's something wrong with me, which is a shame. I just wish people were more social like they are here. But that's why this is the Philippines. That's what makes it special. You know, there's a give and take. Nothing's perfect. It's what's perfect for you. And I like the simpler things in life. I don't like having a house anymore. I like not having a house. I like not having a house full of a bunch of unnecessary materialistic stuff. I don't mind just having enough clothes to do what I gotta do. And if I wanna get up and go somewhere else, I can just pack up a backpack or another 2 backpacks and I'm on the road. I'm more interested in that now. I'm not interested in having a closet full of, heck, so many pairs of shirts and jeans and shirt jackets and shoes that I might not be able to wear them all in 1 year. This to me is what life's about. For me, not for everybody. Crypto says, my friend went through a little village in the Philippines and every single person said hello. Yeah, you definitely get that. You definitely get that. Mayong mutto, or actually hapon. I screwed up. I forgot it's after mutto. It's that 12 to 1 o'clock that I always forget. Maybe I'll go back down this way. It doesn't matter where I go. Back to what Crypto said. Yeah, when I went to my girlfriend's province, not only do they say hello, like you make their day because it's so rare for a foreigner, expat, to be, you know, in their province. I mean, they're like, that's like an honor to them, which I'm nothing to feel honored about. Like, I'm just Michael, but it's such a special, blessed kind of feeling when you go to a province here and people look at you. Well, I mean, they don't look at you like you look like an alien, but in a good way, you know, and they just smile. They could be digging in their garden. All of a sudden they look up and they just smile and say hello. So I get what you mean. That is very, very, very true. And to me, that's a simple pleasure in life. I don't need to, I guess, shower myself with a lot of expensive things anymore. Simple happiness is what I enjoy now. Elaine Iris says in North Carolina. Hello, Elaine. Rick Wallace is here. Hey, my friend. Says Rick is here. I rap senseless loser here. The only senseless loser here is you. It's you. I rap. I get it. You're a troll and you need friends too. Thank you for being here. You had to know better by now, man. I'm like from the day and age where sticks and stones may break my bones, but foolish names don't hurt me. But dude on a roll took care of him. Irop, that's crazy. How miserable can you be? And that's the thing though, man. Trolls have a job. Like they have a job, Lewis. It's like insane. But you know, I guarantee you there's probably trolls sitting in there. Even if they talk their crap, they're still sitting there watching. I'm happy. And I think everybody should be happy in life. I mean, I understand not everybody, but you can do something about it. You can try to improve your way of life. Take a leap of faith, do something different. Don't get caught up in the negativity. It's easy for people to get depressed and negative. It's hard for them to stay happy. So me, personally, I challenge myself because the only person that can beat me is myself. And this is easy happiness for me. It's not hard at all. I thrive on this. Yeah, you'll see some meat over there. Many nurses here from the Philippines. Exactly, Elaine, that's very true. And that's kind of good. Like someone was talking about the other day that you can go to school here, or even as a foreigner, come here and go to nursing school here, which is less expensive, and then go back to the States and be a nurse. That's the way I understood it. So then if you get a local here, Filipino, Filipina, they go to nursing school, then you could go to the US if you can get in there and then work over there and make as much money as you can and then come back to the Philippines whenever you're ready to come back. I think that would be good. Lewis said, so glad I found you. Well, I'm glad I found you. I appreciate you. And like I said, everybody always asks about bread and donuts and sweets, and they got plenty. They do have stuff like that. But Lewis, no problem. You know what? And you've been here a lot. So you're going to be blue now, Lewis. So when you leave a comment, you're a moderator. I give you the privilege and the honors of being a moderator, taking care of business here for me. And you see anybody out of line, I'm sure you're a good judge of character, as is most of the people here that are mods. I know you'll take care of business. But yeah, like, see, you got chicken in there, all on ice. We've gotten chicken from here before. Che and I did. We got chicken. You never have an issue finding eggs around here, that's for sure. No issues. See, now you're blue there, bluish. You deserve it. And again, other people, I know there's other people that show up more often. Once I get it in my brain, which can be difficult, I'll remember you and hook you up. Mayong hapon. She's my friend. I see her every day. She's so nice. And that's what I love about here. Again, people. People, people, people. You respect them, they respect you. Come here, I'm on a tourist visa. Key word is tourist. When you're a tourist, you're a visitor, you're a guest. Simply respect people. Why wouldn't you want to do that anyway? But, and they'll shower you and welcome you with unbelievable love, in my opinion. Crypto says balut. Yeah, I haven't tried that yet. You know who else I haven't seen here in a while? Stone Cold. I miss Stone Cold. I don't know where he's been. He's one guy. Hey, Mayong hapon. He's one guy that I haven't seen in a while. Hope he's okay. Dude on a roll says, welcome to the gang, Lewis. See, and that's how it is here. You know, everybody, you build a good community. Again, I can't do any of this without you guys. I mean, I wouldn't. Mayong hapon. Thank you. Yeah, I can't do it without you guys. And it makes me feel special and humble because people hang out with me. Graham, thank you for saying hello. Graham Loomsden says, watching from New Zealand. Appreciate you, Graham. I know another Graham. I haven't seen this other Graham in a while either. Rick Wallace says, love you, Michael. Love you too. Graham says, sunny days. And again, welcome, Graham from New Zealand. Thank you for saying hello. That's one of the best things. I understand some people just like to watch and just watch and stay silent and listen to everything, and that's awesome. But I also enjoy when people do simply just say where they're from, hello, and where they're from. It's kind of neat. Like, for me, it's special and humbling because, you know, people from all over saying they're from here, they're from there, they're up very late. I don't know if they have to get up in the morning. I mean, you don't understand, like, I don't take any of this for granted. I don't just expect people to do this, and it's humbling. We got Steve Bryant. Hello, Michael. Beautiful day. Are you wearing out them shoes? Yes, I am. These particular gray ones, the traction is going quick. That's why my friend Kevin, who, I don't know, all of you guys know Kevin. He's been in some of my lives before, walking with me. And he's been in some of my videos, at least one of them. He's up in Manila right now. I've heard between Manila and Cebu, they have some locations that actually supply Brooks. I'm biased towards Brooks for my sneakers. I've tried many different other brands, tested them, worn them independently. Like, I wasn't testing them for a company. I wish that would be great. But the ones that withstand the most mileage for me are Brooks. More than Adidas, more than Nike, more than On, more than Saucony, more than, I go on and on. I've tried Asics, so many different various brands. So the only place that I know that sells Brooks is in Cebu, or Manila. So Kevin, when he's in Manila, is going to try and go to a Brooks dealership and hook me up with some shoes, and then I can pay him, because I definitely need a pair. HY19AT says hi. I'm trying to get out of the sun so I can read this. The sun's like right in my camera. Wayne at Jumps is here. Hello, Wayne, a long time. I hope you're doing well, Wayne. I appreciate you stopping by. Rick says 9:45 p.m. Las Vegas. And again, you guys staying up so late in the States or Canada or wherever you're at where it's dark time, nighttime, believe me, I greatly appreciate it. Graham says, enjoy your life, bro. Exciting, totally different to my life. Amazing. Thank you for sharing. Best decision I ever made. And again, you're new to the channel, you haven't subscribed, or give me a thumbs up, a like. Help my channel grow. Ultimately, it's not in my hands what happens anyway. You guys dictate that, and God dictates what happens for me, in my opinion. So thank you always for being here. But yeah, I wouldn't change anything about my life. And if you're new, again, to reiterate, I'm Michael from the United States, born and raised in Pennsylvania for the majority of my life. Born in Altoona, Pennsylvania, if anybody's familiar with Altoona, PA. Current residency is Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, my address there, but I did live in Florida. Mayung Hapon. But I did live in Florida for 2 years, which I do prefer the warm weather of Florida. But even this weather here is better than Florida, in my opinion. I mean, it can still get cold in Florida. That cold front can push down there in the winter. Yeah, I don't even know. People say, what is the coolest it's gotten since I've been here? I guess somewhere in the 70s was the coolest it's ever gotten. Sometimes you get those days where like the humidity feels like it's completely gone, and you get like this cool blast that kind of reminds you of spring or fall. But anyway, so yeah, I'm living here abroad in the Philippines, been here since July of 2024. Was only originally supposed to stay for 2 months. Ended up staying from July of 2024 until March of 2025. Then at that time, I knew for a fact that I was like, you know what? I can come here and live. I can get my pension. Thank God I have a pension. And I could retire at 55, live abroad here, and I have savings also. It's my only source of income until 62 is when I will get Social Security. But until then, I'm living life, a healthy life, physically healthy, physically able to do things. Again, I wasn't, hey, Mayung Hapon. I wasn't willing to wait and gamble and take the chance of an unknown future. You know, I know a lot of people, they save up, live, work as long as they can so they can have the best possible return and investment money-wise. And that's okay. But I wasn't willing to do that. I'm healthy and good now, but I can surely wake up tomorrow and not feel that great either. So I went this route. I'm like, I'm healthy now. I want to be able to do things. If I want to swing on a rope or something at a waterfall and fall off into the water, I want to still be able to do things physically. And that's why I'm so disciplined when it comes to walking and exercising. I'm a use it or lose it kind of guy. And hopefully it all works out. I think I bring the percentages down, living a healthy, life and exercise. I think that helps. And I get to share it with you guys. But yeah, we're back down here by the water. I'm gonna try and see if RS says, if you see a 70-year-old in the Philippines, you know why they're really there. You know what though? Think about it this way. I'm not gonna judge or knock anybody. Even if that person's 70, good for him or her. Because you know what? They want to enjoy life. They want to be happy. And whatever that happiness entails, good for them. That's their life, in my opinion, and I let them do what they want. And if that can bring them happiness late in their life, because again, tomorrow's not promised, not even for me at 55, then that's okay. I don't care. Good for them. You know, they're making their most of their life. They're experiencing everything that I'm experiencing, just at a different age. I mean, I mean, again, good for that person. Because a lot of people won't do things because they're afraid to do it. They're intimidated. Grant says, in the 50s, use it or lose it. Unfortunately, it's the only way. Again, bless and thank you for sharing, in my opinion, uplifting. I appreciate that too. Lewis says it's not hurting anybody. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not knocking the comment about, you know, someone being 70 and why they're coming here. I mean, whatever their reasons are, honestly, it's none of my business, and good for you. I mean, there's a lot of 70-year-olds that would maybe like to come here, but they can't because they're whatever. It could be a financial reason. It could be a health reason. There could be various reasons why they would never be able to come here. So the fact that someone did it, because a lot of people talk themselves out of coming here. You know, the idea is great, but then they end up talking themselves out of coming. And for me, I have a lot of respect for somebody that doesn't talk themselves out of coming. But again, SORS, I'm not, you know, knocking you on your comment. I just think people just got to do what they got to do. And Rick Wallace says, how you doing? Tony says, again, 72, considering the Philippines, because I'm tired of the divided states of America. I'm a veteran, did my service, raised my family, we all deserve happiness. Exactly, Tony. You know, you got one life to live, as far as I know, other than the afterlife. Whether or not you believe in that or not, that's okay too. But yeah, right here in the moment, yeah. That's why I live each one day at a time. Live each day as if it's your last. I'm done setting expectations for myself. When I was living in the States, I set all these future expectations and various and many things in life. Well, if you're anything like me, which not everybody is, but I was the type of person that if I had goals or expectations and they fell through, I'm very hard on myself. I'm always hard on myself. I want to be the best version of me. And me, over time, setting expectations for things just wasn't like cohesive with me anymore. Mayong hapon. It just didn't, you know, make sense for me anymore. I just living in the moment, wake up each day and take on that day, because it can be taken from you at any moment. You can't control that. And I don't worry about it either. But Truth Overpower says, thank you. Dude on Roll said, at Truth, it's Dumaguete, Philippines. Just average weather where you're at. Average weather is between 80 and 90 for me. It's, you know, like today, 85. I don't know if it's still 85, but I've never really, if it gets in the 90s, I don't think I ever remember seeing it like 95. Maybe it has, but I'm not 100% sure. And quite honestly, I don't really even pay attention to the weather. I don't care. Like, it can get as hot as it wants, and I love that. I'm a hot weather, warm weather guy. I don't care. I probably get most disappointed if it rains a little too much, which that's kind of being petty, because all honestly, I'd rather deal with rain than snow. Let's see where we're at. Oops. Where are you, Yo Thumbs? I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Yo Thumbs. Mark says, how hard is it to get a visa? You mean like your passport? I mean, I thought it was fairly easy. I basically applied for one many years ago. I'm on my second passport. I got one over 20 years ago, and they're only good for 10 years, and it had expired. So then you just reapply for it online, and then when I applied for a new one, you send them the old one, send them the money. I got it expedited. I paid a little extra, and you get a new one right away. It didn't take very long. It was very easy for me, and it's good for 10 years. We got Paul here, says, good day all, happy to see you. Good to see you also, Paul. Thank you for stopping by. Art Park says, this saying is most often attributed to St. Augustine. The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only a page. Have a great week, Michael and Che. That's very well. That's a very good, I like that. That is true. Again, I'm going to go back to this again because I don't know where this individual is. But I mentioned this the other day. There was a guy, I'm assuming he's a subscriber. He never really, I don't remember him commenting too much on the live streams if he's not even on them. But he commented on my live stream, and he, not during the live stream, it was after. And he just said, hello, Michael, something like, I just landed in Cebu. He goes, you set the dream, I bought the ticket. So this guy, I'm assuming from the United States, and this is such an awesome feeling. I wonder if anybody else has ever had this happen. Well, other people have done that. I always say I like to inspire people. So he basically was a subscriber, follow my channel, said, Michael, I just landed in Cebu. He said, you something like, you set the dream, I bought the ticket. He says, I'm here. He goes, I gotta find a motorbike. He goes, I gotta figure out which island, something like that, I wanna live on so I can get rid of this luggage. He's like, I don't know where I'm going, and just like, ha, 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 laughing. Like, he was so happy based off of his words that he's here in Cebu. I'm assuming he's never been here to the Philippines. And he's just laughing, excited, like not knowing what's next. He's just ready to take on the unknown. And I thought that was so awesome. And I haven't heard back from him yet. We kind of commented back and forth. You can see it. I'd have to see which live it was from. It wasn't that many days ago. But he probably just, you know, took whatever video that he could comment on just to reach out to me. But I always tell people, if you ever want to communicate with me, you can get me on Facebook or Instagram. Both my channels are linked in my, description box on YouTube. Christopher says, hello, greetings from Wyoming, first time here. Christopher, thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here. Lewis said, that's beautiful. Yeah, that was like, dude, that's what I've always said from the beginning. If I can just inspire one person a day, I'm not necessarily flying here and buying a plane ticket, but if they come here, I mean, that's like so humbling and such an awesome thing to hear. I'm glad he even messaged me to let me know that. That made my day. Made more than my day. Like, nobody's ever reached out to me and said, hey, I just came here. You said the dream, I bought the ticket. I'm like, wow. So I hope everything goes great and he loves it and wherever he ends up going. I think he did. I would hope he would come down to the squeaky on that bike. Hope he would come down to Dumaguete, maybe on his motorbike. But yeah, he's literally, I don't know if he's renting or buying a motorbike, but he's just gonna go take on the islands of the Philippines, and he's here. So it was really cool. I'm excited. Christopher says, thank you. You're welcome. I appreciate you just being here. And I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. I don't know how long you've been in the live stream, but again, my name's Michael from the USA, Pennsylvania, 55, living on my pension and savings, because I know a lot of people ask that, so I kind of just throw it out there just so everybody knows. Social Security, I will get at 62, but that's a long ways off. And yeah, I always joke, if your motorbike's in here, good luck finding it. It's funny. But yeah, look at all this, is great. I just think seeing all this, it looks chaotic, but it's not. It's not bad at all. You just weave your way in between and you make it across. No worries, no problems. Mark says, what's the cost to fly there? Well, I'm sure it has a little bit to do with where you're from. I mean, I had to fly from Pennsylvania. I could give you, like, I came back here in June of 2025, got a one-way ticket, and here's McDonald's. Everybody always says, let's see the places here. Like, I don't know if anybody cares about McDonald's, but anyway, so I came here in July, One-way ticket. Obviously, I didn't wait several months until I went back in March of 2025. I didn't know exactly when I was coming back, but I knew it was going to be soon. I was thinking July of 2025. And then I was like, I got to go back. I miss being here and I miss my girlfriend. So I'm like, I just bought a ticket for June. I probably got that ticket with it. So that's probably not the smartest thing to do, but because it's going to be more expensive. The further away from the actual travel time, the cheaper. That's always like a rule of thumb. So it probably would have been significantly cheaper. I paid, I think it was like between $800 and $900 one way. But again, it was very close to the actual departure date, and it's summertime. Summertime flights are more expensive because that's when the majority of people take their vacations, in June, July, August. So tickets are always more expensive then anyway. So, and my flight went from Harrisburg, PA. I flew out of a small airport. That's also very much more expensive than flying, say, like Philadelphia, Baltimore. Bigger cities are less expensive, but I'm not into that getting, even if I could have got a ride to Baltimore. I'm just leaving what's closest, more convenient. I didn't care about the cost. So it went from Harrisburg to Atlanta the whole way to Korea, then Korea to Cebu. That's how it all worked out. And it was like a 25, 26 hour total flight, but that's including layovers as well. So, wheels of my way in through here. But I appreciate, again, you guys being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say it enough. Wait, whoops, I didn't want to do that. You guys sacrificing your time to be with me. I always need to constantly tell you guys and thank you, because I do mean it. And I don't want you to think that I do take you guys for granted. So it's very humbling. Appreciate it as always. I'd be walking anyway, but I get to share it with you guys, and it makes it more fun because we talk about various things, see various things. And again, thank you. Appreciate you always. So how much was the flight one way? Well, like I said, it was like $800 to $900. I can't remember exactly. Honestly, I didn't care, wasn't thinking about it. I just knew I'm getting it now. I want to get back to the Philippines, and that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. And I came back. I left June 12th, and obviously I arrived in the future, so it was June 13th when I arrived back here. Now I'm under the shade a little bit. Mark says, oh, okay, Mark Eiler. I was thinking Mark Keller, trying to read it too quick. Now I see the I. I apologize, but thank you, Mark Eiler. Tell me about the traffic signals. No traffic lights here in Dumaguete. There is like one. I forget exactly where it is. There is like one light when we were going to Valencia, Forest Camp somewhere. I wasn't driving, my friend Kevin was driving, but we saw this traffic light and we're like, holy crap, there's a traffic light here in Dumaguete. It just works here. I don't know, maybe someday they'll get traffic lights here, but I don't know. That'd probably be a very tough and hard adjustment for people. It works here, believe it or not. And when I was in Bacolod, there's traffic lights all over the place, but it's kind of funny. Bacolod just seemed like it was crazier with them having traffic lights. Plus, I think they're more pedestrian friendly here in Dumaguete. Like when it comes to people walking and weaving in and out of traffic, it's just different here. That's not to say somebody hasn't had a bad experience. I always cover myself, because if I say, oh, it's perfect, and then someone's here walking and they almost get run over or something like that, they're like, Michael, you told me nobody ever gets. For me, I never have any issues. It's always good. Never, 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 never. There's my friend, my other security friend. You were on lunch break earlier. My own hapon. Amping, take care, my friend. Yeah. That was my other friend. He was on lunch break. Did you have to get a throwaway ticket? You know, Derek, I did get a throwaway ticket just to protect myself when I came back here the second time. When I came back in June, they never asked me. And I'm beginning to wonder, being that my passport had shown I've already previously been in the Philippines, maybe, and was here for, I guess, was 6 months, 7 months. Maybe that's why they never asked me about a thrower. They never mentioned it. I didn't show them one or nothing. And I only paid like 30 to 40. It was like very cheap. I did do that this time just to protect myself. But quite honestly, I probably didn't even need to do it. They never asked me. But it's better to be safe than sorry. Now, the first time when I came here, they had asked me how long I was staying and all that stuff because I'd never been here. There was nothing on my passport. So that's interesting. And then when I came back the second time, they never asked me at all about it at all. They saw that I had previously been here and I was like returning, so maybe that's why. I eat breakfast, lunch together. I don't eat 3 times a day, just twice. Just 2 times. Like a lunch, breakfast combined, and then I eat dinner. That's it. Yeah, 2 times. Sometimes I snack. I had buku, big coconut water. That's good for lunch. or coffee. That's my lunch. I know, 1, 2, 3. You're like, time for breakfast, time for lunch, time for dinner. I only eat when I'm hungry.
And also snack.
Snack too. I'll get sour mango for a snack.
Mango, sour mango.
Yeah, sour mango will be a snack maybe.
In boulevard.
Yeah, or some pandesal.
Ah,
Yeah, sometimes bread. That's good. That's good enough. Mayong hapon. Mayong hapon. All right, I'm almost done, but I'm sweating bullets. I need to get more to drink. See you, Anfing. See you. Have a good day. Nice. I'd love to visit the Philippines and Thailand someday, says Addy 1747. You should do it. Like I said, if there's nothing stopping you but yourself, financially, health-wise, you're good. Don't talk yourself out of doing it. Don't think about doing it. I'm just here to motivate you anyway. I was once in your shoes if you've never traveled here. You can give yourself every reason to talk yourself out of doing something. It's easier to talk doing something than it is to actually doing something. I'm so glad I came here. Yes, I was overwhelmed and nervous and excited all at the same time. Wasn't sure how to do it or what I was going to do, but I ended up doing it. And it was the best thing I ever did. I'm so happy with my decision. My decision. I made that decision. I always say to people, a lot of decisions in life, I think I made them based off of what others felt was best for me. And not like they were wrong. They gave good advice, guided me, parents, friends, but nobody was involved in this decision to come to the Philippines but me. And that's what makes it even more special. I chose and did this for me. Yes, people had negative opinions of me coming here, try to plant the seed of all worst case possible, crazy, ridiculous reasons why I shouldn't come. And I'm glad I didn't listen to them. I wasn't going to anyway. But what was nice is when I did get back to the States, when I went back in March, those same people that were negative actually swallowed their pride a little bit and said that, Michael, you seem to have made a good decision. You're happy. So I do respect that. XB 4200 says, that's cool. I always wanted to travel. I highly recommend it. Nobody says you have to come here to live, but you might end up feeling that way after you get here. You never know. You never know. Getting out and seeing other parts of the world, especially when you never have, like me, is it's such a rewarding thing. It's so rewarding. I can't express it any more than I do. I highly recommend everybody live life, try something new, try something different outside of your comfort zone. Yes, it's intimidating a little bit, but once you get over that hump, you're fine. You'll be fine. Jeez. Bob Gnarly, that is gnarly. Cannabis laws. I don't know about the cannabis laws. I have no idea. Shine Abdallah says, I agree. Thank you, Shine Abdallah. Easy life. Possum's laughing. Yeah, I'm laughing too. Salamat. Thank you. Uh, Derek says, if Cali, Derek says, where do the garbage trucks take the truck? Do they have an incinerator? You know what, Derek? That's a very good question. Honestly, I've never had that question asked, and I certainly couldn't answer it. I have to do some research on where they take the garbage. Incinerator would make the most sense. That's definitely for sure. That would make the most sense. Rick says you're a special person. I appreciate that. I'm just Michael. I'm just me. I'm just me. Addie Patty says it has Latin American vibe. You know what? It does a little bit, because I guess there is there's a Spanish within the Philippines. I guess it's an Asian Spanish mixture. So yeah, I mean, I would say that it has some Latin Spanishy like vibes with it too. Dude on a roll, Dumaguete, Mr. Howio Sandara. So you are in the Philippines. Yes, I'm in the Philippines. Dumaguete. Mr. Green, I've been there before and they asked me for an onward ticket. Yeah, they did the first time. When I first came here, never been in Asia. They asked me about that, and I had that because I, thank goodness, had friends that were here that guided me on the process. And then I ended up knowing to get one the second time around, and they never asked me for it. So yeah, I was kind of bummed that I was like, I gave them I bought a throwaway ticket, which that's why they're called throwaways, because you don't end up using it anyway. I mean, I guess you could if you wanted, but they never asked me for it the second time. And I just kind of wonder that they didn't, maybe because I had previously been to the Philippines already for 6-7 months and they see that I've already been here. Maybe that's something, maybe it's a little more asked when you're a first-time person here, but I'm just guessing. I just found it unusual or surprising that they didn't ask me for the throwaway ticket. Mr. Green Acres Pumping. Addie Patty says, I've been to Vietnam and Indonesia. That's cool. I'd like to go to both, There's a lot of places I want to go to, but I'm sure I would never have any regrets visiting. Indonesia, Da Nang, Vietnam would be one location I've heard good things about in Vietnam. Rick Wallace, I already got my coconut water. If I go there again and drink another one, not that I couldn't, but my water might break and then I have to go to the bathroom. Addie Patty says they speak English very well. Nice, I'd love to visit the Philippines and go to Thailand. English very well here in the Philippines for sure. Thailand, I haven't, they speak Thai there. I don't think they speak English as much in Thailand as they do here in the Philippines. What was the original reason for going, says Lewis. The original reason was a couple. Originally, I was coming here because I wanted to explore the Philippines. And then I had actually, in all honesty, I'm just being transparent and honest, I met somebody Filipino online. So it was like an LDR situation before I came. So that kind of convinced me to come sooner than what I was gonna come. Needs to say that relationship didn't work, and that's okay, that's normal. There are plenty of relationships in life that do or don't work, and I have no, ill will or, bad vibes from it. That's a part of getting to know people. It's very different, not that LDRs don't work out, but it's very different when you meet someone face to face compared to knowing them as an LDR. And so yeah, that's, but I had always had intentions of coming to the Philippines. I just came sooner than what I would have. But the reason for everything, I'm not regretting anything. I'm glad I did what I did. Yeah, it's not Mexico, Dumaguete, Philippines. Hold on, I'm going back down to the bottom. Yeah, back to the park. Rick says, thanks, dude. It was still a blessing. Yeah, blessing in disguise, Lewis. Blessing in disguise. I don't care. I was bothered when things didn't work out so well, but it didn't bother me, and I kind of mentioned this before. It didn't bother me to the point that I had a bad opinion of the Philippines because the relationship didn't work. It was a good learning experience. And now that I've experienced that, now I would definitely approach things differently. I would give advice to others, maybe to approach it differently. But that doesn't mean I'm right or wrong. This is my experience. Yeah, and I apologize about the wind. Just trying to let you guys see that. Jerry Dumuk, I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. The wind is winding. Oh, turn away from the wind. You mean this way. So I'll let you guys see that instead of me. Let me know if that's better or worse. The wind is not interfering with a microphone. Thank you, Cool Cat. Yeah, I don't have the only mic is the one on my phone. I do have the mics to put on my shirt. I'm just lazy when it comes to doing live streams with a mic. Now you're saying it is, so maybe it was better the other way. Let me get away from there. It felt good to me. I apologize. What about Cambodia? I've never been there. I can't comment on Cambodia. I want to go to Japan. The first place I would love to visit outside of the Philippines would be Japan. I've always had this interest in Japan. Yeah, I got away from there. It felt good to me, but for the sound for you guys, it's pretty crappy. That's why the only place I would benefit having a microphone on is when I'm here by the water. That's probably why I don't wear it. Lewis says no biggie. Addy Patty says clean. Anything. Nikki says anything about numbers, counting prices, and telling timer in Spanish. I don't know if anybody speaks in any way. Hello, that's okay. That's okay. I don't know. I haven't spoken to anybody in Spanish here. I'm sure somebody probably could. Good morning, says Mickey Gray from Essex, England, UK. Cool Cat. All right. Yeah, I love the nature too. I'm getting close to my time anyway on the live stream, so I'm not going to be on here much longer. I just wanted to take you guys down to the water one last time, and I appreciate as many of you have been here the whole time. And if you are new to the channel, I gotta say this, please give me a like if you haven't given me a like. It helps my channel grow. Also, if you're not a subscriber and you're somewhat interested, or I piqued your interest, don't hesitate to subscribe. Videos happen when there's something worth sharing in video format. I don't like to regurgitate a lot of similar stuff. There's a lot of vloggers here in the Philippines, and I try to be, I'm myself, but I also want to be different and unique as well. So yeah, videos come when they come, but I do the live streams as well. So anyway, you want a thumbs up or support my channel, subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Christopher says, I subscribe. Thanks, Mike. Christopher, if I could give you a thumbs up, I would. And I am giving you a thumbs up, so thank you very much. Xbox Master, where are you at, Xbox Master? Something tells me you have to be in the Philippines by now. Xbox Master is a good guy. I think he's here in the Philippines now. He was coming, and the fact, oh boy, I am here. Where are you at, Xbox Master? Thank you. See, this is I love it when people come from the States and he's here in the Philippines. Elaine says, what's a throwaway ticket? I am in E&R Hotels. Where's E&R Hotels? All right, let me tell you what a throwaway ticket is. Basically, when you come to the Philippines, especially for the first time, a throwaway ticket basically shows that you're going to leave the country. Why it's important is because they just want to see that you're leaving, and it's kind of confusing in a way. I might not even describe it the best way. especially if you don't come here. If you come here on a one-way ticket, you need a throwaway to show that you're actually going to be leaving at some point. Now, if you come on a round trip ticket, I don't think you need a throwaway on a round trip because you're showing you're going to be leaving. Because when you first get here, you get 30 days until you have to go to immigration. So that you just need proof to show that you're going to be leaving at some point. Although, whether you fly somewhere and come back after that when you go through immigration, that's just gone. That I don't know the best way to describe it. When you come on a one-way ticket, a throwaway is necessary to show that you're leaving, so they know, yeah, that you're not just. I mean, you can stay here up to 3 years. It's kind of like a weird thing to even explain, because you can stay here up to 3 years without leaving until that cycle starts all over again. I'm trying to get in the shade so I can read. Clarence says, I submitted to your channel last night. I appreciate that. Don't you feel tired walking? I never get, see, I walk 10 miles a day. This is only I don't even know how many miles I get in walking, talking to you, maybe 4 within 2 hours. Maybe that's it. So yeah, the throwaway ticket is just basically you verifying when you first come through immigration that you're leaving, if you come on a one-way ticket. Now, if you're coming on a round trip ticket, you don't need that because you're showing you're going back to where you came from. It's just when you come on a one-way, especially when you want to stay long-term, you just get a throwaway ticket if someone's going to question, I guess, the fact that, or when are you leaving because you came on a one-way ticket. But again, after 30 days, within 7 days of that 30 days, your initial first day, you got to go to immigration anyway to extend your visa. That's basically what a throwaway ticket is. So a lot of people come here one way because they plan on staying for a while. But if you're going to be questioned by immigration, well, when are you leaving? If you have a cheap throwaway ticket, which you can get for like $40, as long as you're going out of the country, then you don't have any issues. But like I said, when I came here my second time, they never asked me to present my throwaway ticket. And then I was like, damn, I just wasted $40. But it's only $40. No big deal. Bill, I'm from Iowa. Amber Brown says, hello. Hello, Amber. Fashion creator said, do you see elephants or other animals there? No. The only time I saw, I'm surprised I haven't even seen snakes yet. The only time I've ever seen anything that it's not normal is I was in Valencia, up in the Valencia mountains on the island. And we saw a bunch of other motorbikes pulled over, people looking at something. So we pulled over to see what everybody's looking at. There's like 2 or 3 wild monkeys in the trees. And that's the only time I've seen something in the wild nature that you don't just see every day. So I did see 2 to 3 monkeys. I don't know what type of monkeys they were, but they were very, it was almost like they knew that everybody was looking at them. They were very entertaining. But no, I haven't seen any snakes. Some big spiders I don't like, and I don't like snakes. But no, I haven't really seen any exotic animals. WXX, is it better to have a ticket that shows you're getting out of the Philippines easier? Probably, if you're coming one way. But again, flying one way ticket isn't necessarily much cheaper unless it's well in advance than getting a round trip ticket, even if you don't plan on leaving. Because when I came here for 2 months, I can't remember if I think I came, maybe it was round trip. So maybe that's why I didn't have to show. I can't even remember now. But you're right though, WXS. Is it better to have a ticket that shows you're getting out of the Philippines easier? Yeah, probably. I mean, like I said, 30 to 40 bucks for, I don't even know where the ticket was even going to, Taiwan or something like that. Very inexpensive. But it's probably wiser to do that. Again, although my second time around, they didn't question it. I just figured because I'd previously been here. Xbox says, okay, I just got off the plane, so I can tell you 1,000% they will ask for an onboard ticket. There you go. And see, Xbox, I'm beginning to wonder because if I remember correctly, this is your first time here. It's first time in the Philippines. Now, I don't know if you came, I guess you came on a one-way ticket. Bill Meyer says, hello, Bill, also. Thank you for being here. Rock OK, been there before a few times. Maybe meant Rick. Yeah, Rick. How much does it cost a year to live well there? Everybody's telling me, Howard, and I'm getting this information off of more experienced people that have lived here, although I've been here well over a year. Locals, Fortune, I don't know if you're still here, banker. If you have $1,200 USD, you'll be fine here living in the Philippines. But again, depends on how extravagant of a lifestyle that you want here. Those things change. Those numbers can go up depending on how much, what do you like to do? Do you like to eat out every day? That can weigh into it. How extravagant of an apartment or a home do you need? All those things can factor in. Xbox Master, either you're gonna have to reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram. Don't know if you're still on there. Yeah, I came on, all right, there you go. He came on a one-way ticket. They asked to see my ticket leaving the Philippines, and they asked for the government. Yeah, the Philippine, yeah, they always do that. And this was so I'm guessing this was your first time here. That would be interesting to know, because like I said, they didn't ask me this second time when I came back. Howard says, wow, that's crazy. Thanks, man, appreciate you. Yeah, it is crazy when you think about it. How much you can, if you have $2,000 a month, you're probably living decent, fairly well. I mean, especially, hey.
Hey, what's up? I just got a new bike.
How are you? You got a new bike, very nice bike. Happy birthday to you. Wow, that's so cool. You guys a new bike. So yeah, and then somebody even asked one time, what would, if you have $5,000 a month USD, the word that they use here in the Philippines, if you have $5,000 a month, they say you live like a king. Take that any way you want, but that's the way they describe it. And that's coming from Fortune, who lives in the Philippines, who's a Filipino, who's a banker. He said that 5,000 USD a month, you're living basically like a king. Xbox, see, first time here. So maybe there is something to do with that, coming for a first time and needing a throwaway ticket. There could be something to that. Like I said, I got a throwaway ticket my second time coming back in June. They looked at my passport, saw that I was here before, never asked me if I had a throwaway ticket or leaving. That's interesting. That's not to say I still probably wouldn't get one again, because knowing my luck, go home. But when I go back to the US, if I go back in late May or June to visit my parents, I'm gonna get a round trip ticket from here and back. I think that would make more sense. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Now I have more thoughts in regards to that. Maybe I just got lucky the last time. Hey, Patrick Dyson says hello. Addie Patty says seems to be friendly people there. Rick says, how about $12.87 a month? In my opinion, Rick Wallace, and in Fortune's opinion, and probably several others, $12.87, you'd be fine here. You'd be fine. You'd be fine. Now, I don't know how that changes if you're eating out every day. Could be cutting it close. I think you'd be fine. You look so broke. Dude, I don't know. You look so unhappy that someone's happy. I don't know. Thank you, dude on a roll. Again, we're at 129 minutes. I think I'm gonna end this Monday, beautiful Monday live stream. I appreciate all you guys. Addie Patty, thank you for being new here. Hope to see you again. Yeah, everybody is super friendly. And like I said, I'm standing at the corner of the park here. Just saw one of my friends, young boy, it's his birthday. His mother lives here too. Very nice people, but appreciate you guys. Christopher, another new person, thank you. Xbox, go to my bio description box on YouTube. My Facebook link is in there and my Instagram link is there. Friend me on Facebook, friend me on Instagram, whatever works. Most people communicate on Facebook here. That's how you can get a hold of me. Facebook would be the easiest, but I also have Instagram. Both links, bio description box. See you next time, Christopher. Thank you, Rick. Lewis, jealousy is crazy. God bless. Take care. Again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from everybody. Have a good morning, afternoon, night. Again, humbled all the time. Thank you for the many blessings you guys give to me by sharing your precious time with me. Will do. Thank you, brother. You walking tomorrow? I'll be walking, but no live stream tomorrow unless I'm just randomly motivated to do one. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are my live streams. That's what I try to stick with. Sometimes Saturday. I'll check your videos. I'll watch them. Thank you. I appreciate it. Comment, whatever. Hey, Tay Ward. Hey, thank you for being here. I'm doing good. I'm sorry I'm ending my live stream now. I usually go about 2 hours. But I hope to see you guys all again. Again, thank you. Humbled. Appreciate you guys. Peace, love, happiness, and God bless. See you again soon. See you next time, Tayward. Lewis. See you Wednesday, Lewis. Take care, all of you. Thank you. Always. DOT 5568. See you guys.